Sickle cell trait is the same as sickle cell disease.
But she's never actually had paracetamol in her life.
Myth number 6, people with sickle cell disease can't exercise or play sports. Is that true, Anna?
Come on.
I think I'm an exception to that rule. Actually, no, we are exceptions to that rule because you can pretty much do what you put your mind to within reason.
Within reason.
Moderate exercise is safe. In fact, I've run, I think, a 5-kilometer marathon like 3 times. So it's not that bad. As long as you're drinking, you're well hydrated, your oxygen is moving well, you're good. Dehydration and extreme exertion causes the crisis. So we limit as much stress out of our bodies as possible by drinking, staying warm, using your painkillers when you need to. All these things add to better quality of life.
There's a gym instructor in Hackney. She's got sickle cell.
I'm not surprised. I do follow a few people who are gym instructors themselves and create plans for people with sickle cell disease because they too have sickle cell disease themselves. So you can have a really, really, really decent quality of life with sports, with exercising, but
within reason.
Yes, within reason.
Myth number 7. So this myth is actually quite tricky. It says a cure is widely available for everyone.
Really? In everything, there's access criteria. I should say it like that. I think Anna will give you the full gist of that.
The fact is, bone marrow and gene therapy are cure for sickle cell disease. They are expensive, risky, and is not accessible to everyone.
No.
It's not. So your condition has to be really, really the rare one that really affects you in a very bad way for them to consider putting you in the list.
Right.
So it's not widely available. Come on.
No.
We're talking about thousands of pounds
That's
just
right.
for one person. Imagine that is available for everyone. You bankrupt the whole nation.
And as we know, people that suffer severely with sickle cell are from countries that are really not fully developed. A lot of countries in Africa, India, Asia, those kind of countries are not fully developed. They don't have all the access requirements, all the funding. There are people in remote places that can't access just hospital treatment. Talk less of things like bone marrow, CRISPR, or gene therapy. It's just not possible for everybody.
No. Even in developed countries, it's not available for everyone.
No, we're filming this in the UK and it's not available for us here regularly. No.
Even in US. And US, I think they're further when it comes to research and treatment.
Yeah. And you have to be chosen for one of the studies to undergo things like this kind of treatments to be quite fair, or you pay out of your pocket. And that is where a lot of people are going to run into issues. So no.
Talking about house money. Talking about money you can use to buy your own home.
That's right. Yeah. Now we're down to myth number 8. Sickle cell patients are drug seekers and they like asking for payments. Really?
Don't know.
I should be the person that wrote this.
Had he been here, I know you now, I give you a dirty slap.
It's good we're talking about this.
It's a major issue. It's a major setback in terms of care for sickle cell patients. Because it is widely believed that sickle cell patients are addicts or very dependent on medication. Actually, there's a difference between dependency and addiction. We need to be dependent on medication to deal with the kind of pain and the kind of crisis that we get. Sickle cell pain is unreal. You can want to cut off your leg or your arm or that bit of the body that's hurting you to get rid of the pain. That's how bad it can get. So I understand when people are dependent on medication, but to be saying a sickle cell patient is addicted, that is a totally different thing.
It's wrong. I did ask my sister this because I get this from everyone with sickle cell. So they say, they always say we're always asking for pain med. Some nurses are like, you need to learn how to cut down on your pain med. It's not good for you. So I did ask my sister, sorry, doctor, can you enlighten me on this? If you've got sickle cell and you're taking medication every day, won't you get addicted? She said to me, if you need painkiller, you need painkiller.
That's the truth of the matter.
It's not an addiction. The only addiction is if you're not in pain, and you're taking the painkiller just for the feeling, that's an addiction. Problem. So the difference is people living with sickle cell are always in pain.
Yeah.
So they need painkillers. If you go to our Instagram and TikTok, I actually said something about this thing about pain. People with sickle cell disease need painkiller to do something as small as going to the bathroom.
Basic needs.
Basic needs.
Yeah, basic needs.
Just moving their hand, their leg. Sometimes they can't even breathe properly. That's why they have low oxygen because of pain. Yeah, so how can you say, how dare you?
The fact of the matter is, pain crises are severe, like I just said, and like I said in the beginning, and they often require strong painkillers or opioids. It doesn't mean the patients are addicted. No. It just means that they need the pain meds to deal with the level of pain that they encounter.
This is for the caregivers. They need it. They don't want it. They need it.
Caregivers, whether you're professional or whether you're parents or you're just a caregiver and you're supporting somebody with a health condition like sickle cell disease, please listen to them when they tell you they're in pain, because they really mean they're in pain. Trust me, it can get very bad.
So myth number 9, sickle cell disease only affects the blood.
Does it?
What does that even mean? So sickle cell disease is the fact that your blood is in a sickle shape. But that doesn't mean it only affects the blood. So let me read out the facts. So it said sickle cell disease damages blood vessels, organs like the spleen, kidney, lungs, and bones over time.
Not just that, the liver, the heart, your eyesight, your teeth, or male or female reproductive system. There's nowhere sickle cell doesn't affect.
So it's not just the blood, it affects everything. I think there was a time someone had burst vessel.
Burst vessels.
It was really nasty. Try and visit hematology clinics. What is clinics? Hematology ward, and go see someone with sickle cell in pain.
Yes.
Then you understand.
Trust me, it's not a great sight at all. Myth number 10. If both parents have sickle cell traits, their child will definitely have sickle cell disease.
No. Some parents have been lucky.
That's right. Like I said, from my own personal experience, out of 6 children, only 1 person has the full-blown sickle cell disease. Let's just break it down to a matter of probabilities and percentages. Fact really is, there's a 25% chance that the child will have sickle cell disease, 50% chance they will carry the trait, and 25% chance that they won't inherit it at all. Because if both your parents have the trait, AS on one side, AS on another side, A can come from one parent and S can come from the other. So that can mean that child has a sickle cell trait. Doesn't mean they have a sickle cell disease, like we earlier explained. So no, just because both your parents have sickle cell trait doesn't mean you're going to get sickle cell disease.
I actually feel we should address this, because I don't want people to think, okay, we have only 25% chance we can marry each other.
Actually,
no.
That is a point that I feel very strongly about, and I believe our first few videos said that, because I'm someone that used to be of the mindset that if you're both carriers, you shouldn't be together, until Nesfomi explained a few circumstances and occurrences, so please look at our video. The first episode of our podcast is on our YouTube. Okay, but these are our 10 myths and facts about sickle cell disease.
We're coming back with more. So send in yours. These are some of the questions that we got from some of you that saw our post.
That's right.
Knowing that we're going to start this series of myths. Send in more questions. We're going to do some research and come back and give you the answer. You'll be shocked.
That's
you think you know it all, but you'll be shocked to find out.
Keep liking, following, and subscribing to our YouTube, HealthInColorPod, Instagram, and our social media, which is Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, SSW Health in Color. Thank you so much, and see you soon.
Before we go, remember, keep following us. You can never know when I'll ask him that question that he's been dodging to ask. He still owes us some questions. If you're following us, you understand what I mean. So go and watch our other episode. See you next time. Come back with questions. Thank you
very much.
Peace.